with Chicken Bacon. It's me, Cassie Frass, back at it again with a new video. Today's painting, I am doing old school flash inspired painting. I'm using watercolors. I am very happy to be making videos again. I'm going to be uploading every Saturday, and if I have any extra time, I'll be putting out additional videos. I've been thinking about doing like those daily vlogs, but I'm not promising anything. If I stick consistently with the Saturday schedule, maybe I'll do some daily vlogs, but there's no promises. So I'll stop rambling on and I'll get this video started. For this piece, I thought I'd try out doing some lettering because I have been practicing. And the word I chose was bold. And I chose this word because oftentimes the willingness to put yourself out there can open so many opportunities for oneself. Oftentimes, the difference between accomplishing and failing our goals is simply the ability to just try. When the first step is often the hardest, to hold the ability to be bold is one of the greatest assets one can do for themselves. It's something I've been trying to remember about my artwork. If I refuse to put myself out there, then my ability to showcase and sell my art is non-existent. I need to carry boldness in my heart in order to advance my art career, and this piece is simply just another reminder of that. I'm working on putting a portfolio together to show off at tattoo parlors for a potential apprenticeship. I overthink a lot, so in order to combat this, I have made it a goal for myself to make one piece a month inspired by various tattoo styles. Obviously, this month I have chosen American traditional. And for this piece, for anyone wondering about the art supplies I used, I'm working on some B watercolor paper that I picked up at Walmart. I really like the texture of this paper. I'm also using my round brushes, my set of Winsor & Newton watercolors, and for the lining, I am using my Faber-Castell Pitt pens. I am using the medium for the lining. The old school Americana tattoo style is one of my favorites. It's pleasing to the eye. It's very simple. I just find it appealing. I'm really into like pinup and the 1950s aesthetic. I wanted my prom dress to be from the 50s, but I didn't end up going to prom, but that's a whole other thing. So it's just something that reminds me of that time. In fact, I've made a challenge for myself to draw 100 anchors in this style. So if you want to see me do that, don't forget to subscribe and have notifications on so you can see my progress in this style. That video will be up sometime this month. I grew up around the time when the Ed Hardy craze was going strong. You know, those super gaudy jeans with the tiger on it. My mom still has some perfume. She uses it to this day. She's so cool. So it's just something that has resonated with me for a long time. I got myself in a funk by overthinking about how I don't really have a defined style. But being able to replicate different styles is a plus for many artists, especially as a tattoo artist. To try new things is to be bold. In order to be proficient and master new styles, I have to be able to take the time out of my day, out of my practice, to try different things, to try new things and get out of my comfort zone. I love working in different styles. I'm thinking about doing a redraw of this piece for my portfolio, but I would redraw it in an anime style. Though for my portfolio, I already have this idea of doing like an American traditional pinup and then doing an anime style pinup. What do you guys think? What would translate better to show my ability to replicate different styles? I was thinking about doing a semi-realism piece as the redraw for this as well. I have some graphite and I would be able to do it in black and white in order to show that I could work in color and black and white. I'm trying to conjure up more courage in myself to start showing my portfolio around. It's not finished quite yet, but I'm working on it. Any fear that conjures itself up and surfaces itself about showing my portfolio, I'm trying to conquer that before it's even a problem. I'm trying to get all of the jitters out before it can consume me. I want my portfolio to show off a various array of styles. I heard that the mediums most similar to tattooing is inks and watercolors, specifically inks, but they're kind of expensive, so I'm not doing that. I have half a mind to try and do mostly watercolor in my portfolio. I'm debating if that's a good idea and if I want to stick to a theme or do these monthly challenges I set for myself, and at the end of the year pick out which pieces I like the most and to put those in my portfolio. I am making room in my life to be bold in order to help me cultivate and curate my portfolio. Like I said, I've been in a funk with my art. The relationship I was having with it wasn't the best. It wasn't where it usually is. But what I've come to notice is I hate not creating art more than I hate the outcome of it. When I'm not creating, I become a very timid person. Even if I find that my ideas may be simple and I don't feel like my work is the most creative thing, I have to remind myself that without art in my life feels so empty and boring. Be an artist is to put yourself out there and to put a little bit of yourself and everything you make. There's no perfect moment for things to unfold, for opportunities to meet you. You have to be willing to allow opportunities to come your way, even when your life is messy and unorganized, to let the idolized version of yourself meet the true, authentic, flawed, and messy present you. This is something I have to remind myself every single day, that if I want to achieve and become this idolized future version of myself, I have to accept my present self with all of its flaws and mistakes that I make every single day. I have to acknowledge and accept that I am not perfect, and when I accept this, I can find ways to help better myself and to stop getting in the way of my growth. Sometimes I set myself back, and how can I overcome the obstacles I put in my own way if I don't acknowledge that I'm doing it? This year, I'm making myself do things that make me afraid. If I avoid what scares me, I am not giving myself the room to be bold. I am holding myself back. When I have no room to grow, there's nothing to do but stagnate. Sometimes it's okay to be uncomfortable, to be frightened. It's in these moments that we're able to find growth, that we're able to become bigger people. We need moments that frighten us in order to be bold. Boldness happens in moments that are where we want to be quiet. Oftentimes, the person silencing yourself the most is yourself. I hope people watching this can find moments throughout the week where they can take the time to be bold and to grow as people, instead of moments that want to overpower you with doubt. I hope you can overcome this feeling and feel your own boldness and rise through the occasion. You find boldness, you find your own strength and your own voice. The seed needed to be bold is planted in your own fears, and in order to allow it to grow, you just have to sprinkle it with kindness, and you have to sprinkle it with courage. And it may feel incredibly uncomfortable and awkward, but these are the signs that the world around you is changing, that you are changing. The way you see things is expanding and that you're gaining more wisdom and knowledge. Sometimes the moments that offer the greatest growth are also the hardest to overcome. And I hope that you have boldness in your heart when these moments arise so that you can arise and become a better version of yourself. I know it can be scary to try new things, but just know I'm rooting for you. I'm pretty sure there are other people in the comments below rooting for you. I want everyone who's watching this to feel like we have a little community here where we all support each other. And if you want, you could comment down below your Instagram or Facebook page, any social media you want, and we could all follow each other and we could all support each other and watch each other grow, and we could watch each other become bold and become the better versions of ourselves every single day. If this video helped you out, if you found it entertaining, if you found it motivational, I hope that you leave a big thumbs up on the video and maybe leave me a subscribe so you could see more of what I have to offer. You can find me over on Instagram at cassie.frass if you want to see more of my artwork. I have plenty of stuff up over there. I also do reels. I'll leave you guys with some shots of the finished artwork. I really hope you enjoyed this video and you enjoyed this artwork. If you want to see me progress more, don't forget to subscribe and turn those notifications on. I will see you later, Gators. Chicken bacon. It's me, Cassie Frost, and today's strong. Come on, lay down. I made you a bed. Come on, lay down. You hungry? Yeah, you want some food? Okay.